All right, y'all, I am back with another You Dig. Today I really just felt like I needed to come on here and confess my sins. Today I'm gonna be doing a story time, and I'm gonna be telling y'all about the time I got caught with my sneaky link. Before y'all start judging me, okay, I just want to make a disclaimer. I do not in any way, shape or form support cheating and infidelity. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm not perfect. This is look, this is the first time. This is my first time cheating, I swear. My first time, okay? And I feel like, not saying that it was justifiable, but I had my reasons, okay? If you got me on Snap, then I know some of y'all seen my private story. If you was in my private story, then you probably already know how it went down. So boom, the year was 2021. This was last year. I'm dating this little dude or whatever. We're gonna call him DJ, and we're gonna call the other boy, we're gonna call him Justin. So I'm in a relationship with DJ. I'm just gonna give y'all a little background. I'm in a relationship with DJ, okay? I didn't want to be with DJ, and I know y'all might say like, oh, if you don't want to be with him, you should have just left, blah 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 blah. I tried to leave. I tried to leave multiple times, y'all. He wouldn't let me leave. Like, every time I was trying to break up with him, he'll always end up showing up at my house. You feel me? Like, just all type of shit, which I didn't mind, like, being around him, but I just knew I didn't want to be in a relationship with him, because he just wasn't the type of guy that I see myself being with, okay? So then, mind you, he used to always accuse me of doing stuff. Like, he used to always accuse me of cheating, always accuse me of being with another nigga. Can I say that? Always accuse me of being with somebody else. And I never was. I was faithful for like a whole year. Like, swear to God, I was faithful. I wasn't doing nothing. I was faithful for a long time. But he used to always, every time, if I didn't text him back fast enough, if I didn't answer the phone he called, he would just always be like, oh, you must be with somebody else, or oh, you must be doing such and such. So eventually I got tired of being accused. What Keisha Cole said? Might as well have cheated on you. Yeah, I just took that and I was just like, okay, I might as well, since you keep accusing me of doing something that I'm not doing. So one day, now mind you, this wasn't planned at all, but I was just like, honestly, like, I was real tired of him, and I just didn't want to be with him, but he wouldn't leave me alone. So I just felt like he ain't gonna leave me alone in peace. So I was just like, you feel me? I don't care. Then I wasn't like sexually attracted to him no more. It's like I didn't even want to do nothing with him, like, you feel me? But like I said, this was not planned, because I was still being faithful through all that. So one day I'm in the house chilling, minding my business. I get a Snapchat from this boy. What did I say his name was? Justin. I get a Snapchat from Justin. Justin is somebody that I used to know back in the day, somebody that I used to hang out with. Now mind you, me and Justin used to only be friends, okay? We was never like talking or nothing. We was only friends. So one day Justin was snapchatting me or whatever, and he was just like, he was asking me like, where do I live now? Because mind you, we hadn't seen each other or talked to each other in years. So I told him where I live, and he was just like, oh, that's crazy, because I stay out here too now. So I'm just like, word? So he was like, yeah, I stay out here too. I just moved out here like a month ago. We need to hang out. So I felt like it was nothing wrong with me hanging out with him, because this used to be my friend. We used to hang out back in the day. Like, back in the day, we would all go kick it at his house. Like, his house was the kicking spot for all of our friends or whatever. So I was just like, cool. Like, I really didn't think too much of it, because like I said, this is somebody that I was already friends with, that I already knew. So he was just like, oh, you only 13 minutes away from me. I could pull up. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. It is like 9 o'clock at night though, okay? It's like 9 o'clock at night. So he comes or whatever. Now, so since I already knew, like, okay, slight in my head, I knew I was slightly attracted to him, but we, like I said, we never talked. We was never on that type of time. So I'm telling my best friend, I'm just like, yeah, I'm finna have so-and-so come over. Like, you feel me? We making this a big deal. So I'm like, yeah, I'm finna have so-and-so come over. But my TV was broke in my room, and plus I didn't want him in my room anyways because I didn't want nothing to happen that shouldn't be happening, you know? So my TV was broke. My TV wouldn't, like, it wasn't broke, but it wouldn't connect to like the internet, so I couldn't use, like, I have a Roku TV, so I couldn't use it. When he came over, we was in the living room just watching TV, chilling, you know, like friends do. We was just sitting there catching up, talking, laughing. We was watching You Got Served, okay? So we sitting there, you know, chopping it up. And then he had said something. No, mind you, the whole time we sitting on the couch, he keep doing little shit, like he'll grab my neck or something, or he'll just say something to me like, oh, he'll just be trying to say little slick stuff. So I'm just like, I already know how this gonna go. He ended up saying something like his back hurts or something, like he asked me to give him a massage. So I swear to God, y'all, I wasn't even looking at it like that at first. I was just like, okay. And he was like laying down on the couch. And he was just like, how are you gonna give me a massage on the couch? No, but before that, he had already said something about like going in my room to watch TV. And I was just like, oh, my TV don't work. And he was just like, oh, okay. You feel me? Left that conversation where it was at. Then he was just like, oh, how we gonna do this? How you gonna give me a massage on the couch? Because he's tall as hell. He's like 6'7", like long. So I was just like, okay, we can go in my room. Like, you feel me? I didn't care at that point. So we came in my room. Pause. First of all, when we was in the living room, my DJ was he was blowing my phone up when Justin had first got here. And I was just like, I don't have time for this. And I already know the type of person he is. I'm just like, I don't got time for this. So I put my phone on silent. I silenced all my notifications. And then I put my phone in my room on the charger. And I went back in the living room. Justin doing what the fuck we're doing. And DJ is blowing my phone off the hook. Seriously. So he was texting me like, oh, I know you see me texting you. You must be doing this. Which he do this all the time anyways. You feel me? So I was just like, fuck it. I don't care. Didn't even pick up my phone the rest of the night because my phone kept going off. I kid you not, this man called me over 120 times. I kid you not, like calling back to back to back. He was blowing up my phone. Y'all, I'm gonna put the screenshots of the messages that he was sending me right here. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the call log, but he called me over 100 times. And the whole time I wasn't answering the phone, and I had a feeling he was gonna pop up, but I was not answering the phone because it's just like, obviously I couldn't answer the phone because I was with somebody, but it's just like I wouldn't even text it back. And that was dumb on my part. Like, I'm just slow because I don't know how to cheat for real, because like I said, I had never cheated before, so I didn't know what to do. I was whole texting Justin. I was whole texting DJ, the boyfriend. I was whole texting him, and then all of a sudden I just stopped responding. Like, I just stopped responding out of the blue. Like, just stopped talking to him when Justin had got here. And I was like rubbing his back or whatever, but it still wasn't like in that kind of way, or so I didn't think. Then he was just like, oh, you're not doing it right, let me show you how you're supposed to do it. He said, well, let me show you how you're supposed to do it. So he gets giving me a massage or whatever, like rubbing my back. And he was just like, oh, take this off. And I'm just like, boy, no, I'm not gonna take my shirt off. Like, boy, I'm a grown-ass woman. Stop, don't come in here trying to play with me. You feel me? So he just like, he didn't say nothing. He just continued to do what he was doing. So y'all, he started like rubbing my back. Then his hands just got lower and lower, you know. So he rubbing the cheeks or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, I was liking it, so I'm just letting him, you feel me? I was just letting him. So I'm like, oh shit, like it's going on this. I'm just like, ooh. He rubbing cheeks, he rubbing my legs. Then eventually, like, and this is after like 15 minutes, swear to God, eventually I just feel a thumb slide across my, you know, all it took was one touch. So I'm just like, you know, by this time it's already waterfall. I'm sweating. I'm just like, I don't know. So he was telling me to take my shorts off, and I said no. I said no, y'all. I said no so many times. before I eventually gave in. I said no. So then he was doing other stuff. He was still saying like, oh, we can just woo woo. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to do nothing with you. And I kept telling him like, I don't want to do nothing with you. And he just like, yes you do. Like your body, you're saying no, but your body is telling me that you do. So I'm just like, you're right, but I'm still saying no. So then he just kept doing stuff, and eventually like I just couldn't hold off no more. I was just like, because deep down I knew this is what I wanted to do, but I was just trying to hold off because, you feel me, the situation I had going on, and we were supposed to be friends. How did we get here? So then he was just like, when he was trying to convince me, he was just like, oh, I'll use a condom. And I'm just like, you were gonna do that anyways. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So eventually we got to business, and let me tell y'all, it was immaculate. I'm gonna text him right now. Then he had the condom or whatever. He was just like, do you got a garbage, or like, where do you want me to put this? So I told him it's a garbage on the side of my vanity. So I was just like, yeah, it's a garbage right there. He went over here to the garbage to throw it away, so I thought. And then I went to go get him a towel so he can, you know, clean himself up. So I gave him a towel. He ended up putting the towel, sitting the towel on my vanity or whatever. So then we was just cuddling or whatever. He was just like, oh, no. I was just sitting there or whatever, and he was just like, oh, you don't want to cuddle with me no more? Like, oh, you want to act different now because you got some woo, you ain't fucking with me no more. So I'm just like, boy, if you wanted to cuddle with me, you could have just said that. So whatever, we get to cuddling. So then he was just like, oh, you don't mind if I spend the night with you, do you? And I was hoping that he would not ask me that, because I knew I wasn't gonna say no, because what type of person would I be to just be like, yeah, nah, even though I should have said no, but it's just like I didn't want to just, you feel me, be like no. So I was just like, yeah, you can or whatever. DJ fell asleep instantly after we finished doing what we doing. He was asleep, and I'm sitting here laying on his chest wide the fuck awake, because my stomach is in knots, because I'm just knowing shit is finna pop up. I just had a feeling, bro, that the man was gonna pop up at my house. So I'm just laying there like, and I'm just laying there wide awoke, just staring into space. Then all I hear is banging on my window. I just hear doom, 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 doom. I'm like, what the fuck? Bitch, do you know how fast my heart was beating? Bitch, I'm reliving it all over again. I just hear doom, 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 doom. I was like, oh my God. Now mind y'all, DJ is not a nigga to be played with. I was scared of him, and I don't even be scared of niggas. He carry weapons, y'all. He do that for real. So now mind you, Justin was not that type of person. He was like, he wasn't like a street dude. Like, he wasn't like that at all. So I was scared for him, because I'm just like, this man is finna beat this boy to a pulp. Like, he's finna beat the skin off of him, like, for real. And I'm just like, oh my God, I done got this boy into this mess. Like, oh my, I was just so scared. So he's banging on my window. So then all of a sudden, Justin hear the banging, and he get up. He's just like, what's going on? And I'm just like, somebody at my window. And I was just telling him to be quiet. So then I was just like, you gotta go. So he was just like, oh, okay. So he just get up. He's getting his stuff together, and he's not moving fast enough. Now mind you, I'm running to the bathroom. I'm trying to act like I'm asleep. I damn near put on a bonnet and some more shit. I'm trying to get my stuff together to figure out what the fuck I'm finna do, what I'm finna say, anything. So DJ moves from my window. Now mind you, I live on the first floor, so you can literally like jump in my room if you wanted to. Like, my window is right here. Anybody can bang on my window or anything. So I hear him like ring the doorbell, knocking on the door, all type of shit. I don't even know how he got in the building, but he was in here. So I hear him knocking on the front door, and I hear him like go back outside, and he was still banging on my window. So I'm telling Justin, like, you gotta go. I'm walking him out of my room. He was trying to leave out the door, and I'm like, no, don't go out there, because if he would have went out there, it would have been him. So I'm just like, no, don't go out there. Y'all, I go in my best friend room. I tell her, like, I gotta hide this boy in your room because DJ is outside knocking on my window. So she was asleep. She was just like, okay, let me put on some clothes. So I push him in her room, close her door. Then I gather myself together. I go open the door, y'all. I go open the door, and I'm trying to fake sleep. Mind you, I've been up, woke, doing all type of shit. I was never asleep. I try to open the door. I'm like, bro, what is you doing at my house? He like, he gets to going off. He's just like, come outside, come outside. And I'm just like, I'm not coming outside, because I feel like he was gonna do something to me. So I'm like, I'm not coming outside, but come in. So he came in, he just like, what the fuck, bro, Teray, what you been doing? I've been blowing your fucking phone up. You see me texting you, yada, 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 yada. And I'm just like, I was asleep. I fell asleep on the couch. I said some stupid ass lies, y'all. My lies didn't add up at all. I was like, I fell asleep on the couch. My phone is in my... I was just saying anything. So he's just pacing back and forth. He's just like, cause he's like, no. He was like, and I seen somebody shadow walking in your room when I was standing outside your room. I seen somebody shadow. So I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, he was like, you said you was in the living room. He was like, you said you was sleeping in the living room. So how did I see somebody shadow walking out of your room? And I'm just like, bro, you're just making stuff up. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. You making stuff up the whole time. I know exactly what he's talking about. So after that, he just sitting here saying stuff like he's pacing. Now, mind you, every other time this man has showed up at my house uninvited, I have always cursed him out or not let him in. But this time, since I was guilty and I was trying to save I was trying to save Justin's life, and I wanted him to get out of here safely. I was being so nice to DJ. I told him to come in. He came in my room. Okay, I brought him in my room, and I closed the door. And he was just still pacing around, because it's like he's just knowing he's telling me like, this ain't right, Teray. Like, I just know when something ain't right. This ain't right. You've been doing woo. And I'm just sitting here looking stupid, like, you feel me? So I'm like, bro, was you finna lay down, like, take off your jacket? I get to taking his jacket off for him. So then he had went in the bathroom to go check and see if somebody was in there. Like, he was just walking around. He was like low-key walking around the house to see if somebody was in here. And I'm just like, bro, you're doing too much. Like, you're weird, you're crazy, you're delusional. So after he was sitting down or whatever, and mind you, he had to go to work the next day, and he didn't even have no way home. I don't even know how he got here, but he didn't have no way home. So I was just like, why would you come out here if you didn't have no way home? Because he lived kind of far from me. He lived like 45 minutes away from me. So I'm just like, why would you come all the way out here if you didn't have no way home? He took an Uber to my house, y'all. He was just like, oh, I just had to get here and see what was going on, because I felt like, and I was just like, well, that's dumb for you to come out here and not have a ride home, and you got a job, you got work in the morning and all type of shit. Like, that's really like stupid of you. So then I'm texting, my best friend is texting me, like, she's telling me that Justin is trying to leave. So I'm like, bitch, don't let him leave right now. Like, keep him in there. Do not let him leave. So then she was just like, well, I don't know what to do because he's trying to leave. And I'm just like, no, just wait. Just wait. And then she was just like, now as I'm texting her, DJ is like looking at me on my phone. He was just like, oh, so you texting that nigga right now? You probably texting him right now. And I'm like, boy, I'm texting my best friend. Like, you doing too much. You're delusional. And I end up deleting our messages, and I'm like, do you want to see what I'm texting her? Because I was texting her at the end of the day. So he was just like, no, or whatever. So then she was just like, oh, I'm finna walk him outside. So I was just like, okay, just make sure you be super, super quiet, because when you leave out of our front door, it makes this loud ass creaking noise. Like, it's so loud. So I was just like, okay, just hurry up. Like, so then she went out there. I was like, I'm sitting there holding my breath the whole time, because I'm just hoping this boy make it out this fucking house. Because first of all, he was gonna do something to me, and he was gonna do something to him, and I didn't want nothing to happen to neither one of us. So he I hear the door open and close, and it's like, I let out a sigh of relief. Like, I was just like, I hear the door close, and then as soon as he heard the door close, he instantly looked at me, and I was just like, he was just like, let me find out you just had a nigga in here. And I was just like, boy, what are you fucking talking about? He was just like, who just left out the door? And I was like, it's only one other person that live here, because me and my best friend lives together. I'm just like, it's only one other person that live here, so like, what are you talking about? So then he was just like, no, let me find out you had a nigga in here. And he just kept looking at me, and I'm just like, you feel me? At that point, I didn't give a fuck for real, because shit, he was gone. So my best friend ended up walking Justin into his car, and as soon as she left out, that's when DJ left out of my room to go see like who was gonna come back or whatever the case may be. She ended up coming back, and then he came back in my room or whatever. Then y'all, I almost got caught again, because y'all, so then he come back in my room, and now at this point he's just analyzing everything. He looking at everything, like he just nitpicky with everything. So he seen the towel on my dresser, and he know usually like when we finish I bring him a towel too. So he already knowing in his head, like he just like he was just like, why this towel right here? Like, what you been doing? And I was like, I was cleaning up. Like, stupid, just stupid, y'all. Like, this was just so dumb. I was just like, I was cleaning up. I picked up the towel, y'all. Why? Tell me why I seen the condom fall out of the towel. It literally fell on the floor because he had picked the towel up first, and then he was just like, oh, what you was using this towel for? Like, he was looking at, trying to examine it. He was like, what you was using this towel for? I snatched the towel out of his hand so swiftly. Like, I was just like, I was cleaning up, and I picked it up. Like, I took it from him because he was trying to like sniff it. Like, he was just like, I'm just like, why you touch it? Like, you feel me? I just took it from him because I know that Justin had just used this towel. So I was just like, I was cleaning up with this, and I seen the fucking condom drop to the floor. He didn't catch this though, but bitch, my heart started beating out of my fucking chest. I thought my life was over. So I bent down so quick and just picked it up off the floor, and I thought he caught me because he was looking at me, and like, I thought he caught me when I bent down to pick it up. I thought he caught me because he was just staring at me, and I was just like, I thought he was gonna say like, what the fuck is that? Is that like, you feel me? I swear to God, I thought he saw it, but I tried to pick it up so fucking fast, and I literally just walked away and went to the bathroom to put the towel in the bathroom and throw the fucking condom away. So I just knew, since the condom was left, because first of all, this is why I'm still mad at Justin to this day, because it's like, you asked me where the garbage was just for you to not put it in the garbage. The whole time I had already knew like he would probably be going through my garbage and everything to see, because me and DJ didn't use those. So he would have been like, what the fuck is this doing here? We don't use this. So I was just like, I need to go throw this away. But I knew if the actual condom was still there, that the condom wrapper was somewhere in my room as well. Probably could have been in the bed or anything. So I'm just like, I need him to go. And he was saying he had something to do in the morning anyways. I was just like, I need him to go. He's saying he don't have no ride home. So I text my best friend. I'm just like, bro, could you please just do me this one big favor? Like, now mind you, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning at this point. I'm like, bro, could you please just do me a favor? Like, can you just take him home for me? Because I need him out of my room because there's evidence in here. And I swear to God, I love her to death. Like, this my bitch, my rider fucking died. Like, she saved me this night. She saved me. She really came through. Mind you, she's not knowing that all this shit just went down. No, but when Justin was in her room, she said that he was saying like, she said that he was just like, oh, I see why he acting crazy. And she was just like, what? Because now we had just finished. Like, I didn't get to go tell her what we did, because she didn't expect this out of me, because I had never did this before. So she was just like, when he had said like, oh, I see why he acting like that, she was just like, what the fuck? Like, how would he know? Like, you know, what's tea? So I'm just like, bitch, I'm gonna explain later. Like, I just need you to do this. So he's still not believing this the whole time, okay? So I'm being super nice to him, and I'm never this nice, especially not to him, because like I said, I didn't even want to be with him. I'm never this nice to him. And he was just like, that's crazy, because I didn't expect you to be as nice as you was. Like, I thought you was gonna curse me out or not let me in like you do every other time. And I was just like, oh, you feel me? To this day, he still don't know. Unless he sees this video, he's gonna know, but I don't care now. I'm glad I did what I did, and I should have did it some more. But anyways, we end up taking him home. We drop him off. As soon as we dropped him off, so I told my best friend everything that fucking happened. She's just like, bitch, what the fuck? I can't believe you. You're crazy. Like, what the, you feel me? I'm just like, this was the scariest thing that has ever happened to me in my life. The next day, Justin was texting me still, and I was so sad, because like I said, me and Justin used to be friends. We was never like talking to each other like romantically, and I thought, you feel me, this was gonna be the start of something. So I thought he wasn't gonna talk to me no after this, because like we was just doing this, and you got a nigga shutting up at your house, trying to kick your window in, you feel me? It got me hiding in your best friend's room. So I thought he wasn't gonna be trying to kick it with me no more. He texted me the next day like, oh, you toxic, and he was just like, oh, if I would have knew you had something going on, then I would have never been trying to fuck with you, and yada yada yada. And I was just telling him like, boy, I don't have nothing going on. I'm not even with that boy. Like, he just crazy. He be doing this, that, and the third. Cause y'all, I really did not want, I didn't want Justin to stop fucking with me over this one, especially after what he did, the way he put it on me that night. I didn't want him to stop talking to me. I was just like, we're just getting started. Like, it's messed up already. Like, no, can't have that. So I'm just telling him like, no, it's not like that. I'm just telling him what he want to hear, basically. I'm just like, it wasn't like that, and I'm sorry, and I would never try to intentionally put you in danger. Like, I feel so bad. I honestly did feel bad though, because I would never intentionally put somebody in danger for real, and I just knew he was gonna end up like her for real over something he didn't know nothing about this, like, you know. So I really felt bad for putting him in his position. I'm just like, he's never gonna come back, but I promise y'all he was trying to come back the very next weekend. He didn't come. Anyway, that's how that had happened. DJ never found out. We ended up still together for a couple more months after that. No, I did break up with him after that. Because I broke up with him for like 2 weeks because I knew what I had just did with Justin, and I felt so guilty about it that I had just started like picking random, like, it wasn't even that random, but I would just make small shit into like big arguments, so that I would just block him and stop talking to him. And I had stopped talking to him for like 2 weeks just because I couldn't be around him after I had known what I had just did. Like, I just didn't feel right, like, just even being around him. Like, I was kind of like, I felt really guilty. I didn't regret it, but I just felt guilty, so I just couldn't be around him and look him in his face knowing what I just did. So we broke up for like 2 weeks, and then we ended up getting back together. Then we ended up breaking up again for good because he was crazy and he ended up putting his hands on me. But that's another story for another day. And yeah, that's how that happened. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Add me on Snapchat. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Yeah, cut the camera.
Tonight we trading places. I've been waiting, look baby, I've been real patient. I wanna put Celine all over you.